Hello everyone, welcome to this session. We will be discussing today about JFET biasing design. So let us start directly. So this is our design number one. So the statement goes as design an N-channel JFET with a voltage divider biasing circuit such that IDQ is equal to 5 milliamperes and VDS is equal to 5 volt. With transistor parameters, IDSS is equal to 12 milliamperes and VP is given is equal to minus 3.5 volt. And this is the circuit given to us where supply voltage VDD is 100 volt, R1 plus R2 is given as 100K and RS is given as 0.5K. So designing means we have to find the value of R1, R2 and RD. So let us begin with the design. So first of all, we'll start with the assumption that the given JFET is biased into saturation region. So the drain current will be given by ID is equal to IDSS 1 minus VGS upon VP square, which can be rewritten as VGS is equal to VP times 1 minus square root of ID upon IDSS. So we plug in all the values of VP, ID and IDSS and you calculate it, we will get VGS as minus 1.24 volt. Now, since this is a voltage divider bias, the value of voltage Vs will be equal to IDRS. So Vs is equal to IDRS. ID is given as 5 milliamperes. RS is 0.5 kilo ohms. So Vs will be equal to 2.5 volt. Now, VGS will be equal to VG minus Vs. So VG will be equal to VGS plus Vs. So it will be equal to minus 1.24 plus 2.5. That comes out to be 1.26 volt. So VG also is given by R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VDD. Now VG is 1.26 and R1 plus R2 is 100K. So the only term left over here is R2 to be found out. So R2 comes out to be 12.6 kilo ohms. So in the design, you can take 12 kilo ohms fixed value and 1 kilo ohm pot adjusted to 12.6 kilo ohms. Now, since R1 plus R2 is 100K and since R2 is 12.6, R1 was coming out to be 87.4 kilo ohms. So we can take a combination of 82 kilo ohms fixed resistor and a 10 kilo ohm pot. Adjusted at R1 will be adjusted at 87.4 kilo ohms. Now, when we apply the KVL to the output loop, that is the drain source loop, we get VDD minus IDRD minus VGS minus IDRS is equal to 0. So from here we calculate the value of ID RD from here. So ID RD will be VDD minus VDS minus VS. This is ID RS is VS. So RD will be VDD minus VDS minus VS divided by ID. Plug in all the values, you will get the value of RD as 500 ohm, which you can take it as a fixed value of 420 ohms and a 100 ohm spot. So we have to also check whether the given device is working in the saturation region. Now VDS is 5 volt, which is supposed to be greater than VGS minus VP. Now VGS minus VP is coming out to be 2.26 volt. So hence VDS is greater than VGS minus VP. Also VGS is greater than VP. That is minus 1.24 is greater than minus 3.5. So from this we conclude that the given device is biased in the saturation region. Hence, our design circuit is as follows. As you can see, we have R1 value, R2 value, and RD value found out. Now, what we will do is let us quickly simulate the circuit in Spice, LT Spice, and let us verify our results. Okay, so this is our LT Spice window. So we'll open the component library. From there, we will type NJF. This is your N channel JFET. Now we have to add the registers. So one register over here, another over here. So we have added the registers. We have to also look out for the supply voltage. So again, I'll go to the library and type voltage over here. And I place the voltage over here. Now it's the matter of connecting them together. So we have connected them together with a wire. So follow the same notations for all. For example, R1, R2, and so on and so forth. So over here, let me just, yeah. So we have to also connect the ground now. We have already done the connections. So this is the ground. We will add the ground over here. Okay. Now the circuit connections are complete. Now is the time to rename them. So this is R1. The value is coming out to be 87.4. We can put in decimals in Spice, whereas in actual implementation, we have to take the standard values. Here it is 12.6K R2. Then this is termed as RD, and this value is 0.5K. Similarly, this is RS, and its value is 0.5K again, 0.5 kilo ohms. The supply voltage is VDD, and its value is 10 volt, right? Instead of NJF, we will write over here NJF1. Fine. We have to write the dot model statement and we have to add the parameters. Now, what are the parameters given? Let us check. The parameters given are IDSS is 12. So over here, we cannot directly write this IDSS equal to. So I'll adding a comment over here. So in Spice, the IDSS is indirectly calculated in terms of beta, which is given by IDSS divided by VP square. So we have to calculate it as 12 milliamperes divided by, what's the value of VP given to us? Minus 3.5. So 12 divided by 3.5 square, which comes out to be 0.97959 into 10 raised to minus 3. So that's the value which we are getting. And VP value is coming out to be, it's given as minus 3.5. So with this information, we will write the dot model statement. So to write the dot model statement, you right click, go to draft and go to Spice directive. Now over here, we'll start writing it. So dot model NJF1, that's the name which we have given to this NJFET transistor. Then next will come the reserve word as NJF. And then inside the, this model, we will write, instead of VP, we have to write VTO. So VTO is equal to minus 3.5 volt, and beta value which we have calculated, this is not the beta of the BJT, okay? This is something different. So it is 0.97959 e raised to minus 3. Okay, so this dot model statement, we will add it over here. Okay, fine. So we are ready to simulate the circuit now. For simulating the circuit, go to simulate, click on run. So that there you click on DC operating point and click on OK. The moment you click on OK, you will get a window, close that window. Now you can go to view, go to Spice error log, and you can check out the values over here. Fine. So ID value, it's given as design. In the design statement, it was given as 5 milliamperes, and it's coming 5 milliamperes. Well, VDS is also given as 5 volt, and it's coming 5 volt perfectly well. And what was the VGS value? VGS value was supposed to be minus 1.24, and it is coming minus 1.24. So see, it's coming absolutely fine. So the design is being verified. So with these values of R1, R2, and RD, it is meeting the design statement. Okay, so this is the way we can check every numerical related to JFET design biasing easily in LT Spice. Now let us move on to numerical number 2. So for numerical number 2, we have the same design statement, that is design an N-channel JFET with voltage divider biasing. Same values of IDQ and VDS are given, but only one difference is there. Now, instead of giving one supply VDD equal to 10 volt, here the supply is splitted. So we have VDD equal to plus 5 and minus VSS equal to 5. Rest all the parameters remains the same. So let us see how do we proceed over here. So again, the first step will remain the same, assuming that the JFET is biased in the saturation region. So VGS will come out to be the same value, just as last time, minus 1.24. Now, the VS formula will change. Now, VS earlier was IDRS, since VSS was 0. Now, considering VSS, we will have to write the expression of VS as IDRS minus, we have to write IDRS minus 5 volt. Okay, because we have this supply. So here is this. Vs is IDRS minus 5 volt. So it will come out to be minus 2.5. Vs is coming out to be minus 2.5. So Vg will be Vgs plus Vs, that is minus 1.24 minus 2.5. So Vg is coming out to be minus 3.74. Okay. And now the formula for Vg will be slightly different. So let us understand this, how we write the formula for Vg. So if VSS was 0, the formula for Vg will be R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VDD. But right now we have VSS also into picture, right? So how do we write the formula for Vg? Vg will be R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into VDD plus Vs, total supply, into VDD plus Vs. And the whole will be minus VSS. Why minus VSS? Because the gate voltage is measured with respect to ground. And from here, if we have to go to ground, we have to consider minus VSS also. So that's why we have to write Vg is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into 10. That will be VDD plus VSS minus 5. Okay. So here we have written it, and R1 plus R2 value is 100K. Vg value is minus 3.74. So only unknown is R2. If you solve it, R2 comes out to be the same value as last time, 12.6 kilo ohm. So we can select a value of resistor of 12 kilo ohm fixed value and 1K pot adjusted at 12.6K. Now, since R1 plus R2 is 100K, R1 is coming out to be 87.4. Again, we can take a combination of fixed and a variable potentiometer. That is 82 kilo ohm and 10 kilo ohm pot adjusted at 87.4 kilo ohms. Now, if we apply the KVL in the output loop, we will get over here VDD minus IDRD minus VDS minus IDRS plus VSS equal to 0. Okay. So this is the adjustment which we have to do over here. So additional term plus VSS is added over here. So IDRD will be equal to VDD plus VSS minus VDS minus IDRS. So RD will be equal to this term, that is VDD plus VSS minus VDS minus IDRS divided by ID. So we know all the values over here. Okay. VDD plus VSS is 10, VDS is 5, and IDRS is 2.5 minus 2.5. Okay, and ID is given as 5 milliamperes. You plug in all the values and you will get the value of RD as 500 ohm. We can select a combination of fixed resistor and a variable potentiometer, that is 420 ohms and 100 ohms pot. Now we will check whether the given transistor is biased in the saturation region or no. So VDS is 5 volt. What is VGS minus VP? It's 2.26. So VDS is greater than VGS minus VP. Also, VGS is greater than VP, that is minus 1.24 is greater than minus 3.5. Hence, since both the conditions are satisfied, we conclude that the given JFET is biased in the saturation region. So we have the design circuit over here. The value of R1, R2, and RD value are calculated, and it's coming out to be the same as earlier case also. Now let us simulate this in SPICE. So what is the difference over here? Addition of a power supply. So we'll cut this voltage over here, and we'll cut this also. Rest all the parameters remains the same. There is this supply voltage which has been added over here, and we will connect it with a proper wire, and the ground terminal will come from here, and we'll add the ground over here. Let us rename it now. This value is 5 volt, that is VDD, and this is also 5 volt. It is connected in a negative fashion. So this is VSS. So this is the only change we have to do in the circuit, as you can see on the left hand side. Now let us simulate this. So already it is in the operating point. Close this, go to view, and check the SPICE error log. So when you check the SPICE error log, here the values are coming similar. So the IDQ is 5 milliamperes as desired. VDS is 5 volt as desired, and VGS is also coming out to be minus 1.24. Okay, so see, so easy it is. So very simple to design a circuit and verify its values in LT-SPICE. So this is how we can easily do it LT-SPICE, and we have seen both the design techniques giving giving accurate results to us. Okay, so this is how one can complete the design and verify its values in LT-SPICE. So that is all for this session. Next time we will begin with the MOSFET biasing. So until then, have a good day and thank you.